started with a course that I was invited in about climate change that was done by Rhodes University. They introduced us to climate change, how important it is for us as teachers to teach in schools learners about climate change.
The main role for the universities is to help the teachers to teach about climate change better in their classroom. Teachers were taught about new methodologies on how to teach about climate change in the classroom. So the course helped to zoom into the mitigation, adaptation, and resilience about climate change. This school actually exemplifies or demonstrates the effectiveness of a professional learning community, which Ms. Kemese is part of the Motherwell PLC, which is very functional.
We named our club Westville Green Fingers, where we have a garden project where we plant herbs, spinach. We plant veggies that we can get hold of. We need to teach learners about the environment, importance of the environment. That's why we started the garden project. The learners, they're taking care of the garden. Then we're teaching them, some of them, it's the first time working in the garden. So it's very interesting for them.
Personally for me now, gardening, it calms me. So when you're coming to exams, that can relieve some stress for the exams.
To be able to run a garden like this and for it to be sustainable and successful, what we harvest, we would sell to the teachers at the school, we would sell to the parents and to the learners as well.
The garden, it involves everybody, the learners, the parents, us, the teachers. We get food back from the garden. At the same time, we are greening our school. And also the learners get something out of their hard work that they're doing in the garden.
I've always liked to plant and garden and stuff. You know, they say that I have green fingers.
Like I also do gardens at home. I have my own garden. I grow chilies and my mom thinks that it's a good thing for me.
So WESA is very big on environmental education. Our emphasis is always how can you develop or establish projects that you can use to teach about in the classroom. When you introduce a food garden to a school, you're actually allowing or giving the learners the opportunity to actually interact with what is on the curriculum.
This is a quintile 3 school, so which means we have a feeding scheme at school where learners get food. And what we harvest here, like the spinach, the dania, the chilies, the green peppers, the jalapenos, all of those things we harvest, and that goes into the pots that's been cooked, and the learners eat that. They're very proud of that what they produced here and what we harvest here is what the rest of the school, what we eat. We get in sometimes people who are unemployed, parents to come and help in the garden, and we pay them when they do come. With whatever we sell the product, we get money in, and with that money we pay parents, some of them to come and help us in the garden.
The main challenge that we have is the garden tools. The learners, we don't have garden tools. We are working with only one spade. And we have to wait, and you can see our garden is not that big because we don't have tools to work on.
We have 3 watering cans at the moment, and we still need a lot more. We need your forks, the spades.
We only use what we have, and we can only do the small part of the garden.
So we have a little program, a watering schedule that the learners, they came up with a schedule, they run the schedule. The learners, they run the garden on their own and not without the interference of teachers.
The rainwater, when it rains and then the Jojo tanks fills up, and then we have taps there that we use, and then we pour the water into the watering cans, and then we water the garden.
We want the schools in the Nelson Mandela Bay District to form a community and come together and just teach about climate change and environmental education as a whole.
It is definitely something practical that they can do to look after the earth. You see, to use water sparingly, all those things. And I hope those things comes through. Indirectly, we would help them to understand how to fight climate change with the garden.
We tell them that because of us, that's why the environment is like this, the weather is like this. So we are trying to do our bit as the school.